Hey guys, DragonicEmpire here, and we're here with a new mechanic discussion. This is going to be Delete. Now, if you guys are wondering what Delete is, it's very much like Lock, but you lock all of the opponent's Vanguard, so you turn them face down, and they got 0 power, and they lose their ability text. Everything else stays, of course. And of course, with this, it's the Deleter archetype, which is going to be released in the movie booster. We've got the main boss, Daunting Deleter Roxas. Oh,
Yep,
of course, I'm joined by Inferno. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. Would you like to lead us into this?
I'm pretty much here most of the time. Yeah, we basically got this new boss card coming in the movie troll deck. Grade 3, not a limit break skill, but counterblast 3 deleters, and you get to delete your opponent's Vanguard.
No
Or
restriction.
Vanguards.
Of course, if they're in Legion. Or
Yep.
maybe we'll get multiple Vanguards one day, who knows.
Yeah. Well, it's a decent skill, but
Yeah, I would
it's
say it's quite
definitely really
nice.
interesting. But it's caused a lot of confusion, obviously, because like as always,
It's a
as
new
a
mechanic.
a new mechanic's introduced, it causes confusion. So we're going to go through some of the rulings one by one, and
Yeah, anything you guys might not know, we're going to try and cover in this video. If not, we'll leave a link to the Q&A discussion on the Wikia, so you guys can go check it out yourself as well.
yep. So basically, well, the first one is what can the lead unit not do? So it means when deleting occurs, it means their effect has been deleted and their power has been reduced to 0. But everything else remains intact. The grade, the twin drive, um, the clan and the name are still there, essentially. And it can still be boosted. Obviously, the Vanguard is still there, but not there, if that makes sense. Do you want to go for the next one?
Yes, when the Vanguard's in Legion and it's deleted, what's going to happen to it, basically? As we said, both of them turn face down, the power becomes 0, and at the end of the turn, of course, when they're flipped face up again, they're both in Legion again.
So, yeah, Legion isn't gone.
Legion isn't gotten rid of, but they're still in that position.
Okay.
So yeah, on to the next one. Take us through it.
When the leader unit is boosted by 6k grade 1, attacks a unit with 11k power, and it gains 5k due to a trigger. Will it hit? Yes, of course it will. So if 6 plus 5 equals the 11, and as we all know, equal or more power breaks through.
Yeah, basically saying these units can be boosted, they can still attack.
Yep. Think of it as Dark Diusha, as you lose your power, but you can still boost the 0 up until however much boost it gets given. It's going to be a very weak attack,
Oh yeah, of course, it's going to take a lot of pressure off you if you're using the delete skill.
but you can still attack. And you do get your drive checks, so yeah.
Oh yeah, of course you're going to need to use that twin drive every turn. I wouldn't want to forget about
On
that.
to the next question, I guess.
Yeah, the next question is dependent on whether or not
You're
the
using an
actual...
archetype, I
Yeah,
guess, yeah.
so in this example it's Magic Little Blaster being deleted. Now you can still use the 12k attackers because your Vanguard still retains its name, and yeah, basically only ability the text and the power is lost. So if you have a rearguard skill that's dependent on having the Vanguard have a certain name or a certain archetype, it still goes off, you can still use it. And yeah, none of that's affected.
Oh, okay. So that means your 12k attackers and your 10k attackers still
Yeah.
work.
And if you've got a Blaster Blade on the Vanguard circle, Wingle still gives that a 9k boost.
Yes, it does. Okay, next one it is
Oh, this is an interesting one actually.
if well,
It's common sense that you can't, but it's an interesting question nonetheless.
it's kind of can you ride grade 2 over the deleted Vanguard? The answer is no if you're on grade 3, because everything else besides the name, besides the power and the effect, is still intact. So it means the grade and stuff is still there.
Of course,
you can't-
only the name and power are gone.
So you can't ride down. Well, I suppose you would want to just to get out of delete, I guess.
Oh right, if
at
you
the
felt
same,
it was like an emergency and you only had grade 2s in your hand.
yeah, but at the same time, you would still ride a grade 3 if you wanted to get out of delete.
Yeah, of course the next one, we are going to skip on because it's kind of common sense, but you guys can see if you want to. The next one is if I ride a unit over a deleted Vanguard with the Break Ride ability and it turns face up, because when you ride onto your... Basically, the deleted Vanguard, when it's ridden, will turn face up, but its ability text still remains lost, so Break Ride abilities won't be able to go off. Which is a bit unfortunate, of course, but it does mean that you can't Break Ride. It is a bit of a sniff moment, but...
Cry.
It's kind of how it is.
Grumble, grumble.
Well, this next one's quite interesting.
Oh yeah, the next one. If the unit has restraint, can it attack? And the answer is yes, because if the whole effect is gone, which means the Lord ruling, the restraint rulings are all disappeared, so yeah, you can attack. Not that it's a great attack, because you could be attacking with 0.
True, but if you've got a Brittle Jack, you don't have to counter blast.
But you can attack.
And finally, when the delete unit turns face up, can it use on-ride abilities, basically, or on-call abilities? These turn... Basically, yeah, when a deleted unit's turned face up, it's not the same as it being called or ridden, or being summoned, or however you want to say it. It's basically, it's always been on the field, it's just now it's out of its lock skill.
Yeah.
It doesn't return to the field, it was always there, basically.
So I guess you can call it binding.
Yeah, it's very much like lock, but just... Actually, I really don't even know this myself about actually this working on the rear guard. You can't use on-call skills, I'm sure.
No.
Yeah, because it's got to be the same logic. Either way, apologies if we've confused you through any of that. The Wikia Q&A will be in the description if you guys want to have a look at it yourselves. Of course, if you found the video interesting, leave it a like, subscribe if you want to see more of this type of content too. And from both of us, we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.